You are now tuned into Two Drunk Sistas podcast, unscripted and uncensored. Grab yourselves a drink and enjoy.
Hey guys, welcome to
Two Drunk Sistas podcast.
I'm D.
I'm W, and we're drinking, my fave, or I should say, D's favorite, which is the house drink. House drink. It's the house drink. Yeah. It is, my Mimosas.
Yes, Mimosas.
Specialty.
It's so good, y'all.
Cheers.
Listen, man. I heard. All right, let's get into the movie.
Let's get into it. Okay.
Let's get into the movie that we're gonna watch. Not watch, that we already watched.
Sorry, guys. All right.
Okay, the mimosa's really getting as hot as fuck in here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. All right, so the movie that we are going to talk about is...
I'd rather talk about...
Listen, y'all, we tripping.
Okay, for real.
We're going to talk about Ouija. Okay, so now you should have already listened to the last podcast, which was Ouija.
Right.
And then now this one is about Ouija, but it's the origin of the Ouija, okay? Right. It's the origin of that Ouija movie. So that Ouija movie is kind of like the part 2.
Yes.
And this one is like the pre.
Y'all know how they do.
It's the pre.
It's the pre.
Okay, so this one is about in 1967 Los Angeles, widowed mother Alexander unwittingly invites authentic evil into her home by adding a new stunt to the bolster her seance scam business. So that's really that's really accurate. When the merciless spirit overtakes her youngest daughter Doris, the small family must confront unthinkable fears to save her and send her possessor back to the other side. This is directed by Mike Flanagan. Okay, so this is would you call him a heavy hitter director? He's a heavy hitter.
I would say he's heavy hitter.
He got Oculus.
Okay.
Dr. Sleep.
Nice.
Gerald's Game.
Okay.
Okay. His roster is pretty extensive. He's done other films as well, but
I'm actually waiting for his next project.
Right.
I feel like
it's a couple of projects coming, so that's going to be nice to see.
You hear that, Mike? All right.
So let's get into the movie, okay? So
get into it. Okay.
It starts off with the family, doing the seance. So you don't know whether or not it's a scam, other than you. If you didn't read the synopsis, you wouldn't think that was a scam. You think that was for real. So they go through. It's a scene where a father and daughter comes, and they were trying to get in contact with their mom.
Yes.
And so trying to see whether or not if they should go into business or money-wise, whatever. So he's asking questions. Of course, the sister was like, okay, this lady is scamming. But, they were doing things like the shaking of the table.
Right, blowing out candles.
The candles, things opening. Yeah. And so all that they did thinking like, okay, so the reason why she's doing it was to get for them to get closure. Right. So they end up doing the seance. The man damn near had a heart attack. Almost had a heart attack.
Was it the daughter that asked the question, or she was saying she's a fraud? And
that's
of course,
when the table was shaking and everything, and then they thought they saw the ghost and stuff like that. But when everything was over and done with, the daughters, the lady and their daughters were the one doing
all the extra special effects. Yes. Oh my god.
But they were talking to the little girl was like saying, "Oh, mom, what's a scam?"
Right.
And because the daughter kept on saying it, but the other daughter, the lady's daughter, she was like
the eldest
one. She was like saying that that lady was a bitch. Like the sister was a bitch because
she's trying to steal the money.
She wanted the money for herself and not have the guy invested in business, whatever that he wanted.
Right.
So
right.
That's how the scene started. She's fucking crazy.
So and then you can tell by that scene that this might be, those sidekicks that you see, they have the sign outside their house that they, their sidekicks come in for a reading or whatever. So we as the audience take it as, okay, this is their business. Yeah, their business. This is what they do. Mm-hmm. Obviously, her daughters are in it helping her because she can't do it all by herself.
Right, because obviously it's fake.
Right. And so when she was done with this family, the father wanted to like compensate her, and she's like, no,
keep the money.
Yeah. Mind you, this family is behind on bills. Okay?
Right.
But I don't know. I guess that's just.
Well, she didn't want to give it to him because she knew that everything went awry.
Right. Her daughters went extra.
Right,
yeah.
Went extra. Like I said, the man almost had a motherfucking heart attack.
So the mom goes back inside the house and she's like, yo,
what the hell?
What are y'all doing? Did you not see him? He almost got a heart attack. Like, come on now.
Right.
And so, of course, the eldest tells the mom, like, yo, yeah, like what Dee said, she's a bitch. She's trying to take the money.
She's like, she is a bitch, huh?
Right.
Yeah, she is. So the movie goes on with, just the family business. So now the eldest, she's a teenager, right?
A teenager,
she's
yes.
a sophomore. So, teenagers do teenager shit. Stay at the house, go to parties.
Yes.
So now this grown-ass girl, she thinks she's grown.
Okay.
Goes to a party with her friend. It was like 3 other people that was there.
Right.
And they went, and, of course, underage drinking. But, this is the 60s, so, I guess everything fly a little bit. Right. And so this is where they got introduced.
Sorry, I had to. You know that song?
Doom, ow, ow, boom, 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 boom. Okay. Bueller. Okay. So, this is where the Ouija board got introduced.
Yes.
So they went to a friend's party. Well, she went to a friend party, and they were talking, saying, oh, yeah, my mom got this new Ouija board. They play it.
After they play Pinnacle. I'm just kidding.
Definitely after the Pinnacle. But they would play it. So she said, okay, so let's all play it together. So, of course, when the Ouija board is introduced, there's some bullshit that's tied to it. Yeah. So they all playing the game, and during that time, of course, nothing happened. They all get busted by the girl's mom, and so the mom had to pick up the eldest daughter, and you could just see the disappointment in the mom. Because it's just only her. It's hard enough that their dad passed away. Yeah. And, she had to care for these 2 kids. Plus,
and these bills are piling up.
Right. So it's like she's telling the daughter, like, you're not making it easy for me. Right. Like, help me.
Help me help you, goddammit.
We're going through this together. You're not going through it alone. You know what I'm saying? And then she told the daughter, she's like, a Ouija board? Like, really?
Like, really?
And the daughter was like, yeah, I think we should get it.
Yeah.
To
and
spice
use
up.
It for your props.
Right.
Yeah.
To spice up their fortune telling business.
Yeah.
Anywho, fast forward to the movie.
Right.
Because I really want to get into the origin
Get into it. Okay, sorry.
I really want to get into the origin of not only the Ouija board, but get into the origin of how that family... Like, why were there spirits to begin with? Mm-hmm. Okay? So, during the movie, they end up finding out. The mother bought the Ouija board, and so she's rigging it. She's putting the metal on the planchette.
Place your hand on the planchette.
So she's rigging everything,
yes.
Making it move. She put the magnets on her legs, so when she's close to the table, it could move and all that stuff.
Yes, no, maybe.
But what they don't tell you until later in the movie is that her mother, the lady, her mother was a fortune teller. Yeah. So of course, generations come down the line, so she probably didn't get that gift. Right. But the fact that the mother helped people, she wanted to do the same. Yeah. But falsely. Right. So now they got this the Ouija board in the house. And so, clearly the rules say don't play by yourself, but,
Kids would be kids.
No.
Oh, no, it was grown-ups. Grown-ups would be grown-ups.
Stupid asshole.
Yes.
She was stupid, and she was just playing with it. She was, like...
Asking questions
and stuff like that. So, while she was asking questions, the youngest one was being possessed. They were able to get inside her, and she was answering the questions upstairs while the mother was trying to get answers downstairs, but she wasn't getting anything.
Yeah, and the sister was like, what's that, Doris? What are you saying?
Right.
Doris!
So now, you invited the entity, so the entity
Yes.
is in, and the entity knows that, bitch, we got a fucking medium. So now we can go ahead and possess
and take over.
Right, and so that's what was happening.
Yeah,
that's what was happening. The takeover. James get a takeover. Sorry. Yeah, so the takeover began, ladies and gentlemen. This is where this movie has a bunch of scare tactics.
It does. A
lot of jump scares. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I did a you know, but just for fun though, because I wanted to see what it felt like to scream.
Because it's been a while.
So yeah. Yikes. But yeah, no, I did enjoy this film.
This was a good movie.
And I felt like Doris, her name is Lulu Wilson. I felt like she did a really good job.
She did.
Especially with like the faces and shit like that.
Right. So there's a scene where he wasn't a boyfriend, but a love interest.
Right. A suitor.
For the eldest daughter.
Yeah.
And she was down there. No, she was telling the suitor.
Right.
How he was gonna die. She was like, have you ever
fucking
been
gave him blow by blow.
Yeah, like this is how you're gonna feel. You feel a match, and you know what I'm saying. She was telling
your fingertips feel like this, like what?
Basically telling him how you're gonna die.
Yes.
And then she's like, okay, bye.
Bye. See you later.
I would have been scared to come back.
I would have, but of course
he came back.
Because that's just what
he came back. So this scene where
suitors do,
where what was kind of creepy was when he went downstairs. He stuck his hand in the wall, and it has like a not behind the shot, but a front shot over the shoulder of the suitor. The boy toy. And you can see Dora's face.
Oh my god.
Transforming.
So that's
the scary part.
That's the scary part. Y'all, her face it contorts into like a smile. It's so fucking weird. If you guys could see us, we would fucking do it for you, but you can't see it. Okay?
It was creepy. It was real creepy. Another creepy moment in this movie was when Doris finally went to the Ouija board, and she was talking with the Ouija board, and then she lifted up the planchette to see if there's something there. Yeah. And she saw like a black image. Yeah. That was pretty creepy.
And what made Doris, you smart, okay? Because you went to the fucking window. You went to the mirror. You went to the mirror.
Yeah, this is when her neck was hurting.
Yes, because Doris was getting a whiplash. She couldn't figure out why she was getting whiplash. Like, what the fuck? I ain't doing no goddamn acrobats. What's happening?
It's so sad because she's a little girl.
She's like, oh, my neck, it hurts.
My neck. It's like, oh, you feel so sorry for them, you know?
Yeah. And so Doris is like, she's at the table with the Ouija board, placing her hand on the planchette. Okay, nothing's happening. So, while she's holding on to her neck, she's like, you know what I'm saying? Let me just go to this mirror.
She's like, what's going on with my neck?
Like, hello? Yes or no? Maybe. Help me. We were playing and now my neck hurts.
Right.
She goes in front of the mirror and she takes the planchette, looks through the eye thingy of the planchette and sees this fucking thing. She screams and that's when he goes in and enters her mouth. Yeah. And that's it. Doris is
full on
possession.
The
shit was fucking crazy.
So this creature was like all black.
Yeah.
All black with glowing eyes. Almost like the yellow demon from Supernatural.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what was it? Azazel?
Is it Azazel? Yeah, I think so.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's when the possession happened. But before we go into the next one, I want to talk about... Okay, sorry. When the eldest daughter was sleeping, not when they were pulling the covers, but when she was sleeping, and then in the background you see the glowing eyes.
Oh yes,
and the creature.
Okay, so I didn't notice that part the first go round watching it. Did you? No, this time I was like, oh shit, there's the thing in the door.
I don't think I noticed it. No, I didn't notice the eyes part. I just remember the body.
The body. Okay.
But just rewatching it, I was like, oh shit, that's an ugly ass creature.
That's an ugly ass mofo right there. Yes, yeah.
So now Doris is possessed.
Yes.
Cue in the pastor from the school.
Oh my God.
Father Mayer. No, that's not his name.
No, his
His name was Father. I forgot what his name was.
We don't know.
We don't know. Father. We just don't call him Father.
Yep.
So Father was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to come over and see because Dora's been missing school lately.
Yeah.
And the reason why she's been missing school because the mother is like, oh shit, she has the ability to hear ghosts and help people for real. So you know, she took her ass out of the school. She'd been missing for a couple of days. So the father was like, what the fuck is going on?
But he didn't come to the house at that point. He came after the elder sister because the elder sister caught Doris writing something
with her head turned.
With her head turned. Nah, come on now. If I seen that shit, I'm fucking marching in. What the fuck? Wait, what you doing? Right. The sister just looks at her writing.
That was so fucking
and just
weird.
Turns around and
and left.
And it's like, wait.
Listen,
what the fuck
W,
did you just see?
If I'd seen you writing with your head turned aroround,
girl, please, down Haiti.
I'm gonna kick you in your back.
Bitch, what you writing? Bitch,
bitch, get out of that trance.
What the hell's going on? So,
and since when you write Polish?
Polish, right? And so the sister doesn't do anything at that point, but then later on in the film, the mom tells the sister to go upstairs and grabs the little sister Doris's things,
right, for
and
school. That's
when the elder sister grabs the paper that she saw Doris writing the stuff on, and that's when she takes it to to Padre, and Padre decides after getting because it's in Polish, Polish. It's in Polish, so the Padre tells the sister like, okay, we have a sister such and such. I mean, the Padre tells the eldest daughter, we have sister such and such who came from Poland years ago, from after the war. And so that is when I guess Padre obviously takes it over to that sister to translate. That's when he comes over to the house.
That's
and
right.
Bam!
Right. So he wanted to check out her
gifts.
Her gifts.
Yeah.
And so, of course, the Padre, Father Hogan, I think they call him Father Hogan. He was there to test her gifts. Mm-hmm. And so he was like saying that the mother was like, oh, yeah, your wife's name is Gloria. And he's like, yeah, that's correct. And then, she was, doing the song and dance.
Yeah.
Forgive me. Darling,
I miss you.
I miss you. And he was like, right,
that's interesting.
And he was like, what's your middle name? And so he was just doing all these stuff to trick her.
Yeah.
And he ended up succeeding.
Yes.
When everything was over and done with, he was like, you know what? I gotta talk to you about such and such because your eldest daughter was, got into trouble and we need to talk.
Right.
And so they went upstairs. They went upstairs to discuss the origin of the ghost and why is she possessed.
Yeah.
And so what was the origin?
Okay, so the letters or whatever that Doris was writing belonged to this man named Marcus. Okay, so back, I guess, at the time, I can't remember what year it was, Marcus in the letter talked about his, what was going on, how his family was taken in the concentration camps.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And somehow, some way, Marcus was able to... And there was like a doctor that was there. Yeah. I believe that was, amongst...
Did a lot of experimentation.
Right. And so somehow they found their way in the Americas. Mm-hmm. And that same doctor that was in Poland... they called him Dr. Evil or something like that because he Dee said, he worked in the occult.
In the occult.
And so
experimentation with spiritual stuff.
Right. And so Marcus realized that the same doctor who was helping, I guess Marcus ended up in a psychiatric ward.
Yeah.
And the same doctor that was with them in Poland during the concentration.
Doing those experimentations.
Yeah. He, it's the same guy, but his name changed. So the doctor ended up taking Marcus and a bunch of other patients to the house of where the mom and her two daughters lived.
Right.
And performed all these crazy ass experiments, occult shit, just experimenting shit. Right. So Marcus in the letter detailed how he died. So this is what Padre is telling the mom and the daughter. This house that you're living in is where the doctor took the patients underneath the house and experimented and killed
them.
All these people.
Right.
So that is how that came
to
be.
Right. So in the letter, the Padre was like, not only did Marcus talked about his murder, he also talked about what happened after the murder.
Yeah.
So they were like,
after. Like, hi. Ha. Okay, we're gonna tell you ha.
So he was basically saying, like, other than the people, the lost souls that's there are other forces, like other dark,
that are
ugly,
non-human,
that are there with them as well.
Yes.
So that was kind of eerie.
It really was.
That was really, really eerie. Really was. So at that point, while Padre was telling the mother and the daughter about the eldest daughter about what was going on, they put two and two together that, oh shit. So, because the mom, she was like saying, but no, she knew some stuff. And he's like, yeah, because they could read minds.
Yeah, the daughter was telling, like, they hear everything we've said since we moved in here.
Moved in the house, but they can't tell you what happened outside.
Yeah.
So this is when the haunting and the killing.
Shit got real.
Yeah.
Shit's getting real.
Shit's
getting real.
Shit's getting
It got real.
It
got real, y'all. Like,
so now, after all that, now so that's the story. So basically, the house is like a graveyard because all the bodies that the guy killed, the money that they found in the walls is what the doctor was being paid to experiment on these people, and they were all in the house, inside the house, in the walls. So all those unrestful spirits, Lord. Mad spirits on top of that.
Mad.
And then, so that's it. That is who is controlling the board.
Yes.
At times. So all this time they thought they were talking to their dad because their dad died in a car accident by a drunk driver. But they weren't. But I'm not going to go into the end, but I am going to get into the end. But before we get there... So after that happened, the boo thing for the eldest daughter came through. Now
his ass had to come back.
I don't know why he came back. Okay, so if I came,
I'm intrigued what she said.
If I went over to my suitor's house and their sister said, "Do you want to know how it feels to get strangled? This is how it feels."
I would hit her first and then leave.
Bitch, I would leave mid-sentence and I would never come back. I would be like, your sister's fucking weird.
Why his ass came back, y'all?
He came back. Because he wanted some young tenderoni.
Oh my God.
So he came back, and that's when we go back to the scene when she was doing all the faces. She made him go downstairs and end up whispering sweet nothings in his ear, and he ended up killing himself. Yes. He hangs himself.
Yeah.
And so now the battle is trying to get the battle is trying to get
Doris back.
Doris back. I said Doris.
Doris, to get Doris because she was gory.
Rigorous. So they try to get Doris back, and they didn't really succeed until the help of the dad. Yeah, the dad finally came and intervened. Oh, and Padre passed away, y'all.
He sure did. Like he tried to help. He tried to help. He tried to. He tried to get really Doris, but then of course,
bless his little heart.
Doris took over, and he died.
Yeah, so he passed away, and the eldest daughter was able to succeed when the dad showed her what she needed to do to stop her. Yes. So when she did what she did, sewing of the mouth. Yeah. So she won't be able to speak, or the spirits won't be able to speak. Right. This is when Doris died.
Yes, Doris dies, and
so when Doris died, she got to see her dad. Yeah. And then the mother, the mother was tied to a.
I guess like a gurney. We're saying a gurney, but like a table. A table with chains and stuff like that. Right, so
she was stuck. So she saw Doris on the floor, and she knew that Doris was gone. Yeah. And the eldest daughter was like, I had to do what I had to do. That's what Dad told me to do, and blah, blah, blah. But while she was saying this is what she had to do, the eldest daughter was possessed.
Yeah, because while she was trying to sew the mouth of Doris, the spirits ended up going into her. Into the daughter, but we don't know that.
We don't know which spirit.
Yeah, we see all these other entities. Beings, yeah. So we don't know if all they asses got in her. All they asses could have gotten her.
It's possible.
Because it was like maybe, it was a bunch of them. It was a bunch of them. So yeah. So
they were deep like Wu-Tang. They were deep. They always there. Yeah. So she was possessed, and she ended up killing the mom.
Yes, she killed the mom.
She killed the mom, and then while she stabbed her, her eyes was white. Yeah, meaning that she was possessed. Yeah. And then when it happened, her eyes came. She came to, and she realized what happened, and she was crying. And then the mother was like, saying, Doris, and she saw the dad, and so she knew that it was time for her to go. Right. So now we left with Paulina, which is the eldest daughter, crying over the body that she done killed two people. Okay,
she killed Doris and she killed her mom.
She killed her mom. So now the film went fast forward to her being in a psych ward. A psychiatrist is trying to talk to her, trying to ask her, like, okay, so we can't locate, you killed your mom, and we can't locate Doris' body. And she was like, oh yeah,
my mom. She's somebody special.
Yeah,
And
she's great.
Let me tell you about my mom.
Yeah. So clearly she lost her fucking mind.
She lost her mind, yes.
Okay? She lost her fucking mind. So she's in a psych ward. And now she makeshift a Ouija.
With her own blood.
And that's even worse, because now you put in your essence
into it.
Okay?
Oh, fucking G.
Okay, so we all know she done got the heebie-jeebie demons up in her.
She got the heebie-jeebies, y'all.
So now, guys, now she's trying to communicate with Doris. And, you know, because she made
We
her
know
own,
that ain't goddamn Doris,
that's not
goddamn
Doris.
it.
The entity, we already know that Doris done went on.
Doris is with daddy now.
And her mom. She done moved on, and the entity kept the body of
Yes,
Doris.
yes.
So now traveling like Doris. So now it goes back to the original Ouija that you part one,
part two, part one.
Part one, the one that we reviewed.
Yes.
It goes back to that. So remember the time when the girl went to the psych ward to talk to
the sister.
The sister.
Yes.
And she was like, she's the niece.
Yes.
So that, ladies and gentlemen, was Paulina.
Yes.
That was the eldest daughter.
That was the eldest daughter. You see how Mike Flanagan made it make sense?
See you, Mike.
He made it make sense.
I see you, Mike Flanagan.
Right. He allowed us to be like, okay, let's go ahead and wrap this shit on up.
Right. And don't do a part 3. Now that's it.
I think they got
done.
like 5,000 Ouijas. I don't know. Hopefully,
But
I doubt it's not by Mike.
Flanagan. No, it's just.
But
other.
Mike wrapped
said
this
he
shit
done.
on up. Okay,
Yeah,
for y'all. He like,
right.
I'm closing it. I'm closing the gap. Don't send me letters about why and who. This, I'm telling you. Mind you, you have to go to the end, okay? You know, after credits.
Yeah, you gotta go after
Credits, y'all. That's when y'all see it.
With that scene
Yes.
where she comes and say, you know, she
Yes.
wants to see the sister.
And that's on that, guys.
And that's Ouija, the origin of evil. That's the movie,
That's the movie, guys.
That is the movie. Did you? I like this one. I like this movie better than the first one.
Yeah, I enjoyed this one better, especially with the face. Yeah, I'm doing the neck thing. You can't see right now, but I'm doing a Doris.
So when you watch Ouija, just know that W was doing the same
whole
shit.
neck thing. Okay, all right. That shit was freaky. I'm just saying.
That was pretty freaky.
It was.
So what was your thoughts, guys? What was your thoughts on Ouija? Let us know.
Please, let us
Email
know.
us.
We want to talk.
Yeah,
We want to talk.
us. Email us at 2drunksisters@gmail.com. The number 2 drunk DRUNK sisters.
Y'all should see D's face. God damn. God damn.
SISTAS@gmail.com.
Wow.
And also hit us up on our Instagram, 2drunksisters.
All right.
How's my space? How's my space?
Yes, your face is fans.
It's
fans.
It's fans.
Yes.
Okay.
So y'all, we are still in a pandemic.
We are, but people don't think the pandemic is real. I say everybody has motherfucking COVID.
Okay.
Cheers.
Y'all, please be safe out there for real. Like, the numbers are getting uglier.
Just wash your hands and be
Please
safe.
be safe, guys. This shit is no joke.
Yeah, it's no joke. We appreciate you listening to us.
Yes.
And tune in to our next
installment. Bye-bye. Y'all take it easy.
All right, y'all.
Peace.